Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of Season 2 of the Manchester United FC 25 career mode. After success in the Europa League final in one of the most crazy games you will ever see on the channel, and that's really saying something, we will of course be taking part in the Champions League this season, and we want to make a big push for the Premier League title. It would be United's first league title in 13 years by the time we get to May in this season, and I'm very excited for the challenge ahead. As you can see here, as a result of winning the Europa League, we will be taking place in the UEFA Super Cup against Real Madrid, a rematch of the Super Cup in the 17-18 season. Let's hope for a slightly better result than what United got in real life back then. Very, very excited for this game. So lads, the transfer window is still currently open as we enter Season 2, and I have made some big changes to the team and have introduced some new faces into our squad. So without further ado, let me show you our strongest starting 11 going into the second season. Here it is, our new looking starting 11 going into our second season at Old Trafford. As you can probably tell, there's one or two new faces there. A few faces also remain the same, and there's also a few faces missing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with the man between the sticks. I did decide to sell Andre Onana. Now, I'll get into the exact transfer fees and what teams certain players went to after we go through the starting 11 and also the bench. But my thought process behind this was Onana was somebody I knew I was going to have to sell eventually. In real life, he's been inconsistent, to say the very least, and some people might even still think I'm being a little bit too kind. In the game, I thought he was decent in his first season. He made some very good saves, but I knew in the long run he wasn't going to be the man I wanted to keep for the entirety of the series. So my mentality was, if we got a good offer for him, I would accept it, and then we would replace him. We got a good offer from a team in La Liga, and then we replaced him with a goalkeeper also from La Liga, Unai Simon, a goalkeeper who I have never used in any career mode before, and for me this was the perfect career mode to use him in for the first time. Obviously, Manchester United have had a fantastic Spanish goalkeeper as well in the past, David De Gea, my personal favourite Manchester United goalkeeper of all time. Edwin van der Sar is up there as well, but I'd probably just about give it to De Gea because of the amount of crap he had in front of him for so many years. But Simon comes into this team with a slightly better defence in front of him than what David De Gea would have had. Very excited to see how he gets on this season. The back four, Mazraoui will start at right back. I know Diogo Dalot is 2 ratings higher. I just prefer using Mazraoui. He's only 82 rated, but he kind of feels like he's a lot higher rated. I think we had that with some players in the Oxford career mode as well. Will Holmes, Gavin Bazunu, even Diao. A lot of those players felt higher rated than what they actually were, and Mazraoui is very much the same in this team right here. De Ligt and Martinez continued to be the centre-back duo. Very happy with that. And also Alphonso Davies joins the team after signing him on a pre-contract back in January. Another player, to be honest, I haven't actually used that much in career mode. I think I used him once in FIFA 23. But other than that, I've very rarely used him, despite the fact he is quite a popular player in the game. But very excited to welcome him to the team. The left-back position looking very strong there with Kirkes on the bench. So basically the complete opposite to United's left-back situation in real life. And then moving on into the midfield, a bit of a sporting feel here in the midfield. Ugarte stays in the starting 11. And I have signed this man here from Sporting, Schulman. So, as you can see there, Kobbie Mainoo is on the bench. Do not worry, Kobbie Mainoo is not going anywhere. My thought process with this was, how many times have we heard great Manchester United players in the past who either came up to the youth academy or joined the club at a very young age, like Rooney and Ronaldo, who've talked about the great leaders they had in the team? I mean, Rooney in particular talks about, and Ronaldo as well, have spoken about, having Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, Gary Neville, Rio Ferdinand, all these great senior players to help these young players become the players they went on to be. And even, Ryan Giggs, who I mentioned there, he speaks about having Brian Robson in the team and Mark Hughes and, Paul Parker and Peter Schmeichel, like all these great players he would have had when he was breaking into the team. I felt like Kobbie Mainoo kind of needed something like that. And Hulman, 26 years old, 83 rated. I thought it was a good option to have to kind of change it up in the midfield between himself and Mainu. So very excited to welcome him to the team. I feel like I keep saying this, but another player I've never used in career mode. And even though we're not doing this career mode as Ruben Amorim, I did want to take at least one player from Sporting, and Hulman for me was the perfect player to take. Bruno Fernandes there, still our captain, still our number 10. Although let's just say Bruno has had an interesting conversation with myself about his future at the club, which I will speak about there in just a little bit. Ahmad on the right hand side. Ahmad has been given a little bit of an upgrade in terms of his squad number, something else we'll talk about in a moment. Garnacho out on the left. I know there's a lot of talk at the moment about his future at Manchester United in real life, but for me, he is not just the future of the team in this career mode, he's very much the present as well. And Rasmus Højlund, after a fantastic season, will still be our main striker this season. Going on to the bench, this man right here, Rocha, young Portuguese striker, who was born on the 5th of February and has some link to a fairly decent player before that you might have heard of. Cristiano Ronaldo? Not sure if he went on to do much in his footballing career, but let's just say Rocha has a bit of a connection to him. So we decided to bring him into the team. He will be playing as a backup to start with Rasmus obviously being the man to start. 18 years old as well, which is also the age that Ronaldo bloke was when he joined United. Yeah, I wonder if he did anything good in his career, and I wonder if Rocha will have a lot to live up to. I don't know why I'm being so elusive about this. Obviously, this is Cristiano Ronaldo's regen. I feel like everybody and their dog, when they do a United career mode, brings Cristiano Ronaldo back to Manchester United. The only time that wasn't happening was when Ronaldo actually came back in real life. But I've decided to do it slightly differently this time, bringing in his regen. I've given him the number 28 jersey. I thought that was a nice little nod to the fact that Ronaldo wore that shirt at Sporting. So Rocha, Ronaldo's regen, will be our backup striker. Very, very excited to see how he gets on. Anthony Elanga, former United player. We have done a swap deal with Anthony to bring Elanga back to Old Trafford. He's done fantastic at Nottingham Forest since joining them a few years ago, and I'm very excited to welcome him back to the team. Joshua Zirkzee. I preferred using him as a number 10. I honestly preferred using him as a number 10. I didn't think he was great going forward as a number 9. And I just felt like in the few games where I played him as a number 10, he just felt a lot better in the team. So I've decided to change his position and put him on the bench. Mainu, obviously, we've already mentioned. Kirkes as well. Jared Branthwaite signed from Everton. Well, technically not. We actually got him as a free agent, which was handy. I love having a left-footed centre-back play at left centre-back. Obviously, Martinez is starting there. Branthwaite can be the backup. Lenny Yoro then being the backup right-sided centre-back. Dallo as the backup right back, Binder then as the backup goalkeeper. Maeda is still in the squad there. Smith as well, the next Ryan Giggs. He will have a big role to play as well this season. I will include him in the team as much as possible. And then we have a few other reserves here like Harry Maguire, Christian Eriksen, Toby Collier, Mason Mount. And then Muller. I just like to have not a backup goalkeeper, a third choice goalkeeper as well. So I decided to go in for him. 32 years old, 74 rated. He's just an emergency option, just in case. So yeah, this is the team that we will be going with. And before we get into that game against Real Madrid, let me show you some of the transfer fees and also a little bit about Bruno Fernandes and the little chat we had about this upcoming season at Manchester United. So, with Unai Simon, we signed him for just under 70 million. I think they said that the best offer we could have got for him was around 65 million, or the best fee we could have signed him for, I should say, was around 65 million. So, 68.5 ain't too shabby. Andre Onana, 50 million to go to Real Sociedad. I think that's a great bit of business. I think it's a good move for him as well. Not entirely sure if they did qualify for European football for season 2, but if they did, then I think it's a deal that really suits him down to the ground, and it was good money for us as well. So best of luck to him in Spain. Schulman we signed for just under 50 million, 47 from Sporting. Very, very happy with that. Jadon Sancho returned from his loan deal with Chelsea, and then we instantly sold him to La Liga giants Barcelona for just over 40 million. Luke Shaw, we managed to sell for £32.1 million. God, how much I wish this was real life. I love Luke Shaw, I do. But he is one of the most injury-prone players we have ever had. If we could get 32 million for him in real life, that would be the best bit of business of the bloody decade. And not only did we sell him for that amount of money, but remember this, we converted Luke Shaw to a centre-back last season. So now we've sold him as a centre-back for 32 million, and we signed his replacement as a backup left-footed centre-back with a free transfer who's far younger and so much more potential. What a bit of business, if I do say so myself. Casemiro will be staying in the Premier League, going to Tottenham for 13 million. Not sure how much game time he'll get there, but listen, best of luck to him. Terrell Malacia, 10.4 million to go to Lazio. Despite the fact that my surname is very similar to his first name, we will no longer share a similar club, and he has moved over to Italy. Best of luck to him. Anthony Elanga, 9.5 million plus Anthony from Nottingham Forest. Very happy with that, because not only is Elanga going to be a good backup right winger, but he can play basically anywhere across that front three or four. So I think it's a really good bit of business there as well. Vitek has gone to Swansea for 2 million. Muller, our kind of emergency option between the sticks, we signed him for 1.7 million. I think that makes sense. Sonny Al-Jafri, we decided to sell for just over $500,000 as well. Rui Rocha and Jared Branthwaite both arriving on frees. Hugel, Gore, Amas, Rea and Doherty all being loaned out. So that is all the transfer business we did in this season. If we go over to all clubs, I'm actually not too sure what the top offer is at the moment. So if we have a quick look here, Vardiol has gone to PSG. Victor Osimhen has gone to Arsenal for 112 million. Gabriel's gone to Liverpool. So a big move there within the Premier League. And Villa have signed Marcus Thuram as well. So a lot of business happening, not just around the globe, but in particular in the Premier League as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these teams get on and how we'll compete against them. We will be competing in our first game of the season against Real Madrid in the Super Cup in just a few moments, but there is a few updates about squad numbers and also updates about the future of a star player of ours that I want to get into before that game. So when it comes to squad numbers, Simon I should say, has been given the number 1 jersey. He's going to be playing the majority of the game, so it makes sense that he's the number 1. Bayender has been given the number 18 as the backup goalkeeper. Alphonso Davies gets the number 3 shirt, a proper left back number there. We have given Mazraoui the number 2 shirt. In terms of new signings, Jared Branthwaite, I've decided to give the number 12 shirt. Hulman, we've given number 16, Ala Roy Keane. And in probably the biggest squad number update of all, you've probably noticed there, Mason Mount no longer wearing the number 7 shirt. I've decided to keep him as a backup option really more than anything. He'll probably leave in the summer, to be fair. We have decided to give the number 7 shirt to Ahmad. A lot of people probably would have expected me to give it to Garnacho, but I kind of like the number 17 shirt on Garnacho, and I just feel like Ahmad was ready to take that next step. He's slightly older than Garnacho as well. I just feel like he's at a bit of a better stage of his career to take that number, so that is the number we've decided to give him. I also decided to give Joshua Zirkzee number 10, since he'll be playing as a 10, and basically every other number stays the same. I think I did mention as well earlier, Rocha will be wearing number 28. Ronaldo obviously used to wear that number at Sporting, and Elanga gets back his old number of 36. Now, let's get on to something that was a bit of a bombshell, shall we say, that was dropped on top of me out of nowhere. And that was from this man right here, Bruno Fernandes. 87 rated, the captain of our club, a fan favourite, and somebody who I absolutely adore. But he has come and had a conversation with myself, Manchester United manager Joseph Tuchel, and he said to me that as much as he's loved his time at the club and how he finds it to be such an honour to be captain of Manchester United and how he loves the fans, he's loved his time in Manchester, he's loved the success he's had as well in terms of winning FA Cup, League Cup, Europa League. He has nothing but positive things to say about his time at the club so far. However, Bruno has also reminded me that he's 30 years old and he is yet to win a league title in his career. And he has told me that if we don't win the Premier League this season, he will be seeking a new challenge away from Old Trafford. And as disappointing as that is to hear, I completely understand why he feels that way. Bruno Fernandes, 87 rated. As I said, 30 years old. He ain't getting any younger. You don't want to look back on your career with any regrets. And he's getting to a stage now where he has to think about that probably more than some of the younger players we have. And he has decided that he will be looking for that new challenge if we do not secure the Premier League title this season. So if we do not finish first, Bruno will be leaving the club. Oh, the pressure really is on, isn't it? But as the old saying goes, pressure makes diamonds. And the pressure is on us now to win our first game of the season, our first bit of silverware of the season in the battle of the two biggest clubs in the world, Real Madrid and Manchester United. Europe's most successful team against England's most successful team. Here we go. Let's have a look at this Real Madrid team. I didn't see too much transfer activity from them, actually, when we were looking through the transfer hub. It looks like they've got basically the same players that they've had in Season 1. I think that's Pedro Porro there, though. Yeah, it is. So they have signed Pedro Porro from Tottenham. Decent signing for them. But other than that, their team basically looks pretty much the same as it would have been last season. I didn't see Jude Bellingham there, actually. Did not see Jude Bellingham in the team. Not sure if he's on the bench for them, but listen, regardless of that, let's just get into it. Enough of the pleasantries. Up against Mbappe and co. And speaking of Mbappe, he's the man who got things going there. Let's try and get this first win of the season. It would be a huge statement if we were to get it as well. And here we are now on the attack. Garnacho. Over to Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund! Oh, what a start! What a start to the season! Rasmus Højlund, who was 1 goal shy of 40 last season, gets his first here in Season 2. And what a game to get it in against the European champions Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois. Can't believe it. The first chance he's faced in this campaign. And it's beaten him. And we have taken the lead here. Rasmus picking up from where he left off last season. A hat-trick in the Europa League final. And now he's gotten the opening goal here in the Super Cup. Get in there. Rasmus 416 says, I just beat your ass. If you know, you know. Here's Mbappe. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, Simon, brilliant. Brilliant from Unai Simon. Or Unai Simon, I should be saying. Oh, but it's Mbappe. Oh, fuck's sake. Here we go again. Here we go again. I'm so sick of these basketball games, lads. Honest to God. I mean, I may as well be doing NBA 2K career modes on here. The amount of end-to-end games we get. Honestly, it's actually starting to get a bit annoying. Simon makes a brilliant save. And then moments later, look at how easily it falls to Mbappe. And no sooner, after going in front, we're back on level terms. And Real Madrid scored their first goal of the season. That is just bloody typical. That is bloody typical. Well, listen, let's not rush it. Let's not rush it. We've had a bit of a wild start to the game. Let's try and calm things down a bit. Here's Davies, making his debut for United. Now Hjulman. Here's Bruno. Over to Ugarte. Garnacho. Why not have a go? Garnacho. Oh, not a bad effort. Not a bad effort. It tested Courtois in the Real Madrid goal. And it goes out for a corner as Joe Turl watches on. Apart from the goal we conceded, I think he's liking what he sees. Bruno will whip this ball in. Rasmus wins the header. Oh, it fell for him as well. I was spamming circle. And for some reason he wouldn't take the strike. De Ligt wins it back. Here's Ugarte. And now Mazraoui. Into our new number 7. Ahmad. Ahmad. Oh, just gets taken off him before he could let fly. And here come Real Madrid now. With Vinicius Jr. Martinez. The Butcher getting stuck in. How the fuck did we lose that? Oh, 2 brilliant blocks there by De Ligt. But Real Madrid still hold on to it. They got Udogie as well there at left back. Oh, and a good save there by Simon again. Got away with that one a little bit. De Ligt goes over to Ugarte. You can see Rasmus through the middle. Will he get there? Yes, he will. Is Rasmus Højlund. Garnacho. Ahmad. Oh, it's in from Ahmad. It's 2-1 to United. Ahmad Diallo, the new number 7, gets his first goal wearing the famous Manchester United shirt with that number on the back. And we regain the lead here against Real Madrid. Courtois again will be very disappointed with that. I thought for a second that I probably should have had the shot with Garnacho. I mean, I tell you what, the goalkeeper should be doing far better there. I mean, it's basically right at him. Bit of a lucky goal, I'm not going to lie, but I don't care. Ancelotti's fuming. I mean, in real life at this point, I don't think he'd actually be at the club anymore. From what I'm hearing, he is leaving Real Madrid at the end of this season in real life. But he's still here in Season 2. And his team currently trail 2-1 against United. Oh, but it's going to be another bloody basketball game here, isn't it? What a save by Simon again. Thankfully, it didn't ricochet back out to a Real Madrid player. It's Bruno. And now De Ligt. Let's just try and hold on to it for a bit. We have the lead. We're not in a rush. We're not the ones chasing this game. Here's Alphonso Davies. Over to Ugarte. Feel like I've done a lot of talking in this episode as well. I tell you what, right? Listen, I love doing these videos. There's always so much to get through, though, in the first episode. The reason I don't do the transfer business on the episodes is because I honestly just think that would take me even longer. And I don't like having episodes that don't have gameplay. The only exception there is if we're ever doing a preview of a series, just so I can kind of set the expectations and the kind of, you know, objectives of the career mode. But other than that, I don't like having episodes with no gameplay. Here's Bruno. Why not line up a shot, Bruno? Courtois with the save. But I wanted to make sure we had this first game in episode 1 of Season 2. Vinicius Jr. has absolutely done Mazraoui there. Oh, look at the pace. Just impossible to catch up with him. De Ligt does well, but it will go up for a corner. Thought for a second we might have won the goal kick. 1 added minute here. Camavinga will whip this ball in. Ugarte heads it away. Oh, Bruno probably should have done better there. Mbappe! Good save by Unai Simon. And we do go into the halftime break with the lead. Højlund and Ahmad with the goals. We did concede 1-2, Kylian Mbappe in between, but at halftime it is Manchester United who lead here in the UEFA Super Cup. No changes at halftime. Half thought about maybe bringing on 1 or 2 of the new signings, but we're going to keep it as it is at the moment. No need to change anything just yet. Can we start this second half as well as we started the first? Here's Bruno. Over to Garnacho. Here's Hulman. Garnacho. Alejandro Garnacho blocked. Oh, thought he was going to win it back there for a second. And we have to go back now to the goalkeeper with Unai Simon. Oh, that's a risky ball out. Bloody hell. Just about got away with it. Here's Alphonso Davies. Oh, he's giving it right back to Mbappe though. Ooh, Ugarte. Oh, I thought there was going to be a red card there. Simon with the save. Mazraoui. Oh, it's not a great ball either. It's Vinicius Jr. Rodrigo. 2-2. Oh, we were living dangerously there, and we've paid for it. Rodrigo with the equaliser. Real Madrid back on level terms yet again. And I think there'll be a yellow card there as well. But no, I was going to say no clean sheet for us. What am I saying? We'd already conceded. No clean sheet in the second half, I suppose. It's 2-2 here. And I think, was it Ugarte who got the yellow card? Yes, it was. Right, I am actually going to make a couple of changes here. Oh, they've given us less subs on the bench. I didn't realise they'd do that in the Super Cup. Oh well, I am going to bring on Kirkes. Davies is a wee bit tired. You know what? Let's bring on Mainu as well. Ugarte on a yellow. Again, as I say, living dangerously. Let's make sure there's no red cards in this first game. I think I'll leave everything else as it is at the moment. Because we do have our first Premier League game, which will be the first game in the next episode. So I do want to keep some fresh players for that as well. But Real Madrid equalise. It's 2-2 here. I think the Super Cup goes to extra time as well, which is annoying. Rather just go straight to pens, just like the Community Shield. And I mean, this is basically the European equivalent of the Community Shield, so it should just go straight to penalties. There's Garnacho though. Garnacho! Oh, how has he missed? Oh, what a big chance there to go in front for a third time. And they are bringing on Jude Bellingham. Real Madrid's Englishman comes on against the English Giants and Manchester United. With half an hour to go. A little bit surprised they didn't start him, to be honest. But he is, after entering the stage now. Ahmad wins it back, but it goes up for a throw-in. But listen, I think so far, despite the fact we've conceded the 2 goals, this is a good... that's never a free kick, ref. Never a free kick. We have shown that we can go toe-to-toe with the top dogs in Europe, which is a good sign. But I would love to win this game as well. Here's Vinicius Jr. Oh, Mainu will win that. Well done. Here's Rasmus. Garnacho gets taken down. He gets taken down off the ball. And nothing from the referee. I can't bloody speak. Feel like I'm losing my voice the more this episode goes on. Is Bellingham. Goalkeeper will get there. 20 minutes to go. Here's Garnacho. Kirkes will make the run, but the Real Madrid player will intercept. Was that Valverde? Oh no, maybe it was Porro actually. Oh, brilliant tackle by Hulman. Fantastic tackle from the Danish midfielder. And he'll go on the run here. He'll find Ahmad. Ahmad goes back to Bruno. Bruno, Garnacho on his left foot. Not able to get the shot. Or not able to test the goalkeeper, I should say, with the shot. It was intercepted. Martinez over to Mainu. There's Bruno. Just over 10 minutes to go now. Garnacho. Kirkes cuts it back. Hoyland. Oh, good block again. Oh, I tell you what. Oh no. Oh, no. He's not even played an advantage there. Surely it's not going to be a red. Oh, it's a yellow. My heart. When he didn't play the advantage and he blew the whistle so quickly, I thought for a second Rasmus was about to be sent off. And that would probably mean he would be suspended for the first Champions League game. Ahmad is a bit knackered. I am going to bring on Elanga. Mazraoui's a bit tired as well, but we don't have a bloody right back on the bench. Ah, God. Mainu only gets a -2 at right back. Oh, you know what? Let's just change it up. Mainu is going to go right back. I'll put Martinez into the midfield. And we'll bring on Jared Branthwaite to make his debut. Why not? Why not? 9 minutes left. We're slightly changing things up here. I didn't realise that we'd have less subs on the bench in the Super Cup. If I'd known that, I would have been a little bit more selective. And I probably would have had a right back on the bench. Kobe Mainu only gets a -2 there, which isn't too bad, I suppose. Oh, it's a good ball in for Vinicius Jr., who got a lot of power behind that header. Simon unable to catch it. He'll clear it away, though. Rasmus wins the header over to Bruno. And here's Lisandro Martinez playing slightly further up the pitch than he normally does. Finds Garnacho. Rasmus! Oh, he can't get there. Just couldn't get there. I can't bloody switch player at the moment. What's going on? Is Bellingham. Mbappe. Oh, no. No. Oh, good save. Good save by the goalkeeper. They're taking off Kylian Mbappe. They're bringing on Endrick. Bloody hell, I actually forgot they even had him. Oh my god. I've forgotten half the bloody Real Madrid squad for some reason. They whip in this corner. Oh, fuck off. Oh my god, for a second I thought nobody was going to get there. And that is full time. It looks like it's going to be extra time, which we really could have done without here. I'd much rather if this just went straight to penalties, but it won't. You know what? I'm going to keep Rasmus fresh for the first Premier League game. I'm going to take him off and let's bring on the Ronaldo regen and Rocha. And I'm probably going to have to take off Garnacho as well at some stage, but I'm going to leave him on for now. And here we are, extra time, 2-2. I think both teams would rather this just went to penalties. But we are where we are. And to be fair, we do have 4 days before that first Premier League game, but still. Good interception there by Jared Branthwaite. Oh, Mainu gets pushed there by Vinicius Jr., but nothing given by the ref. Real Madrid get the throw in. Well, it's nice to know that Mainu can play right back if we're desperate for somebody to play there. Oh, it's Endrick! Oh, you fucking Brazilian bastard. Endrick has put Real Madrid in the lead for the first time in the Super Cup. And he does it in extra time. And they've made it very difficult for us to get back into this game now. I'm not watching that back. I'm not watching that back at all. That's really disappointing. Really disappointing. I feel like now if we are going to win this, it's probably going to have to be on penalties. And that means we need to get an equaliser quick. Bruno does well there to get that to Garnacho. Rocha, the Ronaldo regen against Real Madrid. I think that's going to go up for a corner. Valverde gets a yellow card there. I think that was for a foul in the build-up. Yes, it was on Bruno Fernandes, who thankfully is not injured and will take this corner kick. Whips it in. Matthijs de Ligt. Unable to get there. Here's Kerkez. And now Kobe Mainu. Branthwaite over to Hulman. Bruno. Is he onside there, Garnacho? Yes, he is. Alejandro Garnacho. Back to Bruno. Hulman. Elanga. Anthony Elanga, who has scored a goal against Atletico Madrid before. Unable to score against Real Madrid here. And I think that's going to be half-time here in extra time. Yes, it is. And we trail for the first time in this game. I am going to have to make a sub here. We've got one left. De Ligt is knackered. Yeah, I think he's the one who's going to have to come off. We'll bring on Lenny Yoro. Was going to take off Garnacho, but don't really want to put Xerxes out wide. And De Ligt is knackered. 15 minutes to save this game. Can we do it? Garnacho. Kerkez. Rocha. Just bullied off the ball there. We're going to have to be patient with him. We really are going to have to be patient with him. Anthony Elanga. Bruno. The captain. Oh, good save by Courtois. And it's another corner, which I am going to take short. Because I feel like every time we whip it in, it does not go well for us. Passes to his compatriot in Rocha. Oh, what a terrible place to lose the ball, Garnacho. Come on, lad. Have to be doing better than that. Oh, Mainu. He wins the header. Oh, he wins the throw-in as well. I was going to say, but he doesn't go anywhere near a United player. But to be fair, it did take a deflection. Bruno. Garnacho. Garnacho. Oh, Alejandro Garnacho has gotten the equaliser here. Well, we had an incredible Europa League final last season in the finale. And here we are in the opener of this one. And it's another classic European game. It's 3-3 here. Alejandro Garnacho, the man who absolutely idolises Cristiano Ronaldo, has scored against Real Madrid for Manchester United. And can we now bring this game to a penalty shootout? But who knows, we could win it as well. Real Madrid could also win it. Anything can happen at this stage. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. But I'll be honest with you, I kind of want to play for penalties. Because I have a bad feeling that if Real Madrid can hold on to this ball, they'll probably create something here. I have to be patient with this. Bellingham. Oh, he's done me there, Jude Bellingham. No, 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 no. I knew it. I bloody knew it. Well, if I wasn't watching back his first one, I'm certainly not watching that one back. 4-3. Oh, we've thrown this away, lads. We have thrown this away. Carquez. This is going to be the last shot. Oh, for fuck's sake! Losing it far too easily there. And we end up losing the game as well. Real Madrid win the UEFA Super Cup for the second year in a row. United's second Super Cup eludes them again. And we unfortunately will not be winning our first piece of silverware in this season. Congratulations to Real Madrid, you bloody sneaky bastards. It is them who win yet another European trophy. But you know what? As disappointing as that is, there is a lot of positives to take from that game. I do think that we proved that we can go toe-to-toe with the best teams in Europe. But unfortunately, we were not on the winning side today. Such a shame. But hey, that's enough of the glorified friendlies. I let Real Madrid win that game. That was all mind games. That was just to make Real Madrid think that they're going to be okay in the Champions League this season. And that we're just going to sneak up behind them and take that trophy from them as well. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself when I finish this recording and I start crying about losing that game. But anyways, listen, all jokes aside, we now can properly focus on our main task of the season, our main goal of the season, and that is to win the Premier League title. Our first Premier League game will be away from home at the Vitality against Bournemouth, and that will be the first game of the second episode of Season 2. Slight change to the schedule this week. The second episode will not be on Wednesday. It will instead be tomorrow on Tuesday. So mark your calendars, set your reminders. This season is going to be a big one and I can't wait to get properly started. Lads, if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. I hope you are all very excited about this season because boy, am I excited about it. A lot at stake, a lot of work needs to be put in to get this Premier League title, and I'm excited to share the journey with you all. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Take care.